So it's time for breakfast. It's time for breakfast. Wow, we really have a good time here. Are you enjoying yourself? Really? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes. I don't know why I lost my voice.
It's real estate. Yeah, it's all about real estate. So we are coming to Dubai, right? On the camera, we are coming to Dubai. So
Right questions. And so these are very real risks that face individuals who are trying to invest of property. But there are some critical success factors. Having considered some of the risks involved, you need to go with experienced and reputable developers. That is the key. Because sometimes
or London is better than New York. The way I operate my business is by saying that you are great at what you are doing on day-to-day basis. How about you add an additional source of income for yourself and your family by partnering with me on Dubai? So I'm not asking you to change selling whatever you're selling in your own state or city or even country. I will actually motivate you to do so. But at the same token, we know sales professionals cannot close every single transaction. A sales professional is someone who has closed deals, processing deals, and unclosed deals.
Or a small one-bedroom house, if you can find it. But the other big challenge will probably be something like, I was just talking to somebody that said, one of the things that I advise international investors, lawyers and the accountants, local lawyers and accountants in California to
encouraging an age like mine.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ikiti Masu. Okay, I've got questions for you.
Ambassador Ayo, he asked, because I know Ayman mentioned it in his presentation, that, and also Mr. Odumajo, you need to be closer to your investment. Go, don't just take the word of the internet for it. Go to the country, experience it, feel it, and deal with the local realtors and experts. So this is to Frank and to Ayman. So an investor here wants to go to the US. We know the challenges of getting a visa. How practically can that be done? And the same thing, the Dubai UAE authorities are making it more and more stringent. So real quick before we do the last closing remarks and we connect.
So, yes, if you have one visa to come to the United States, you can buy real estate. What you need to do is you can get what is called, if you can't get a social security number, you can get a tax ID number, TIN, and that can be processed for you by any CPA, chartered public, certified public accountant, or a very experienced broker like myself will be able to guide you in the right direction. Now, you don't really have to come to the United States to really buy real estate. Everything can be done remote. Case in point, I have clients that have never seen their property because they trusted my judgment and everything was done remotely. And then we send them documents. Now what happens is that the final documentations, so when you buy real estate in California, for instance, if you have a loan, you get a deed of trust and then a grant deed. If there's no loan, there's only one grant deed. You own it outright. So those documents must be notarized And in order to notarize them, the only one that they accept in the United States is that you do it at the embassy of that country where you are resident. So in the case of Nigeria, you go to either Lagos office and get it notarized, and they send it back to us, we record it, and it will be your title and ownership, proof of ownership. I don't know if that answered your question, but also, I know that I have clients who have gotten visas because they proved, because when you apply for visa, they ask you the address where you're going to be, right? You can write your address of the property you own and say, this is my property, I'm going to go see my property, and I'm sure you're going to get a visa. I'm not sure that anybody has been rejected a visa because they said they were going to go look at their property somewhere. I don't think anybody has done that because the US wants you to bring your money to the US. And anytime you bring, as long as the money is good, they just don't want money laundering. How about that?
Nice. Ivan. Good one. I'm actually still trying to get a visa. With regard to Dubai, answer is super simple and super entertaining as well. 60% of Dubai developers offer investors a 2-night free stay to Dubai to come, sign paperwork, enjoy a free ride in Dubai, see a bit of sightseeing and their property, and go back. So, Mr. Investor, you're worrying about coming to Dubai, you're worrying about the visa. Good news is that we can take care of you once you make the booking. Why? Because as much as you want our trust, we also want your trust. So as much that you want to make sure that you are buying the right property, and maybe you are kind of an investor who want to have boots on the ground, as Mr. Uju said, seeing is believing. I want to see that property myself. So if that's your mindset, great. But we want to work out a deal that you put a down payment, so we make sure that you are buying, and we will take care of your arrival to Dubai for 2 nights, where you come, enjoy Dubai, enjoy your property, sign the paperwork, and then you go back. So this is something that some of the developers are doing, and with our relationship as a licensed real estate brokerage in Dubai, we do extra bonuses to my clients in a way that not only do we achieve the sale, we also make sure that they get a good price, good view, good location. And with regard to the flying program, we already have flying program to clients. It's always back to the how genuine your interest is. Your money is on the table, as we always say, when money is available, anything can happen, right? Now, with regard to the other question, with regard to how I can work with you guys, the education level, the awareness level, I'm working with
70 years.
depending on which platform you are exchanging on. That is 1% of the 1% of the 1% of Nigerians that have access to that. What's your choice? You have properties in Nigeria that go all the way from 15 million all the way down to 50 million, 60 million, 100 million, 500 million. What am I trying to say? You have maximum flexibility investing in Nigeria because I think most of us in this room earn our money in Naira.
Yes.
Let us face it. You have to match your investment with
your
source of income.
Exactly.
Just as simple as that. If you have foreign exchange revenue or income, or you have saved some, of course, there's nothing wrong with investing in other markets. But if your primary source of revenue and net worth is in Naira, you are better off investing in Naira. Thank you.
We took the client from A to Z, we closed on the transaction, 7.2 million dirham. We got the commission, and my agent made $80,000 referral fee.
you register yesterday?
I am the Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on LSDPC matters. LSDPC stands for Lagos State Development and Property Corporation. So anything to do with real estate development in Lagos State, I happen to represent the governor on that fact. So first off, I'd just like to thank the organizers, VFC Nigeria, Huddersfield Property Agency, Take Me to Europe. Of the project progress. It might be still off plan, it might be completed, but their plan as short-term investors is 9 to 18 months. And then they flip the property. Or long-term investors. People buy to rent and enjoy both ROI and capital appreciation. As well as we do work with end users, with people that aligns with the same mission and vision as Go. So I'm trying to work with well-named brands, Azizi, Shoba, Bengati, Ellington, Damak, Dubai Holding, Amar. And whenever we have $211,000 all the way up to little below $500,000, client get 2 years visa. Any property client invests more than 2 million dirham, which is around $585,000, client receives golden visa that is active for 10 years. Anytime during the visa timeline, the client willing to resell back their property to the market, they must deactivate their visa first. Because the visa is associated with the property. That is why all my next slides will have the picture of the founder of the organization that made this company today a successful developer. And what I'm going to do next, new project, this presentation, please do yourself a favor and watch this video. We all know Nas Daily. Everyone knows Nas Daily. Nas Daily interviewed the founder of the Noob and he called him the 1% man. So what is the story? So from India to Dubai, he started looking at tenants. People who are paying the rent and wondering and dreaming how I can own 2025 Bugatti, Jacob & Co, and Mercedes, and then LV. So LV and Bugatti. That is where they sell their project on the launch date. That is where they do no launch. The moment you enter any show by inventory, you will buy because of one thing, their level of quality, and the second thing, they deliver on time, if not before. So we have successful stories for projects in Dubai with Shoba where they deliver their project 6 months before completion. By the time you reach to the 12th anniversary, they buy back your property at double the price. So if you do the math, you are putting down $600,000 after 12 years. The combination of the ROI and the buyback will give you back 300%. So if you put down $1 million, you get back $3 million. And it happened that most of my American clients love that concept because they say, I don't. And Ellington as well, very well known for their level of quality and delivery. Next slide, please. And we will end it Our presentation was the government body, AMR, as everyone here knows AMR, because they are not only in the UAE, they are in so many places, a worldwide brand.
Estate surveyor and valuer Adele Adeniji.
Adela Adeniji. From here, congratulations. I know. So,
Consultants, marketing consultants, and an expert in the real estate industry. Next, I will invite Mr. Adeoye Abiodun. He's the MD, Lotus Bank. Please put your hands together. Please put your hands together for him. Please welcome. And then we need an extra chair. Okay, so we will also be inviting the third panelist, Madam Adekola Otekola, Madam Otekola Adeto, to the stage. She has more than 30 years experience in the real estate industry, from estate survey to brokerage and facility and property management. And then we'll be inviting our favorite Dubai global opportunity investor, Ayman Mukhtar, the MD for Global Opportunity. Yes. Ghana, what we can offer. It's tricky to define who I am, but I'll give it in the simplest way. I'm a real estate investment strategist, which means I help people to invest in real estate as easily as possible. We all understand that different people come with different criteria, different situations, different places or spaces that they are in their journey of wanting to invest in real estate. So it's never a one-size-fits-all. With me, I'm able to work across the board. A lot of people that are in the space, that are realtors, essentially come and just sell what they have without necessarily focusing on what the solution of the client is, what the need of the client is. And I pride myself to say that I actually work with each and everybody's needs, so that's why I say I'm a strategist. I've been accredited as a mortgage agent in Nigeria, and I'm also currently working with a number of finance and development solution companies that are looking to help finance and help people essentially fund their real estate journey. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Adeoye Abiodun. I'm a banker of over 20 years experience. I work in a commercial bank in Nigeria. I used to work with Grand Trust Bank. I'm currently the regional manager with Lotus Bank. I'm also a chartered stockbroker and also financial expert. Because I'm also an authorized dealer of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So basically, I've also had a massive experience in financial lending, loan to real estate. For people that want to seek lending or financial support in their business, something that we've done over time, and also to give financial advice service on what to do or whatever you want to do in your business. So, banker for over 20 years. So, I'm glad to be here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adito Antepola. I'm a realtor. My background is estate management. And I've done practice in the real estate industry for 30 years. So I started 27 years ago. I started a company called Foundation Estates 27 years ago that we were just doing real estate consultancy. and this has grown into a group of companies. So we do facilities management, we do global real estate transactions, and then we also do estate surveying and valuation. Now, over the 30 years, I've had the opportunity to have a global experience. I've had, at one point, we were the sole selling agent for a development in Ghana called Sun City. I've had opportunities to consult in Dubai. I attended this World Property Show maybe about 17 years ago. I've had the opportunity of visiting SOBA. That's the company my dear friend is talking about. I know that the director, the chairman of SOBA, used to build for palaces, but he now changed, with time, because of demand, he began to do scalable real estate. But at this point in my life, I haven't practiced for 30 years. I'm very passionate about,
Again, I am Mukhtar, Go Group founder. Work day by day with one simple passion: how to transform business ideas into actual US dollars by leveraging relationships worldwide in order we achieve our why message, which is the unity among people. Thank you. Transaction where they can trust the crypto transaction in a way that yes, in a click of a button, you can own real estate in Dubai. Initially, the transaction was that we will have to hire a third party who will take between, let's say, 1 to 3%, depending on the scale of the transaction. And that third party will be the one taking the crypto and then giving the transaction to the developer in the form of a wire transfer or cash payment, since we accept cash in Dubai. And then developers start to take that crypto level as a new mode of payment, which changes the game of real estate in Dubai. So today, whether we talk about Heart of Europe, the MAC, Shoba, Ellington, Bengati, they all have corporate wallets that accept crypto worldwide. So crypto is became as an identified mode of payment, certified, so it allows an investor or a young entrepreneur to take their initial steps into the real estate market of Dubai and cut off any third parties, so everything will be between the buyer and the seller. So that could be one of the major moves that improve the level of transaction in the real estate market of Dubai. Another thing is smart homes. Yes, correct. Smart homes. I have a bunch of clients who have an investment portfolio in downtown of Dubai. And while we are sitting together in a night of Friday, from their phone they click and they open their door for a new visitor who will come, and they will approve by e-signature, and they will take on the property for rent for a night or two through an Airbnb advertisement, and they have the full control of the property, and everything is done from their phone. So that's the level of technology that puts both the tenant and the landlord in that sort of peace of mind and security, since we all know how safe Dubai is. So it's easy for me as a landlord, I can just unlock my door to my tenant, they go check the apartment because I have the whole camera 360 inside. They said, okay, I'm gonna take it for the weekend. All right, here's the contract, sign it, e-signature, thank you, wire the money, they wire it, I receive it. Happy weekend. So that's another major move.
These also typical commercial banks also available to make sure that they have finance opportunities or finance products for people that want to invest in the real estate. So typically, what we have locally in Nigeria right now is that you can actually approach any of these financial institutions if you need financial a loan for you to invest or buy property, or for people to get involved in a mega real estate project. It's as little as low interest rates, depending on the financial institution you approach, whether the mortgage bank, the commercial bank, or a non-interest bank like Lotus Bank. There are various bouquet of financial products available for you in the industry. Typically, you will need to have a level of viability, and for you to be able to pay back your loan for you to get those financial needs. So it's not that difficult that people feel that, oh, I can't just get a loan, I want to buy property, I want to invest in property, I want to invest in and I can. It's very simple, and I can tell you. But looking at it globally, if you, I mean, there's most of the focus we've done in the last 2 days is Dubai and also investing in real estate abroad. Yeah, so the
opportunities, the founding statement for Go is the absolute unity among people. When we are united, we can achieve more. In fact, to summarize what my fellow colleagues have said, the way I started Go is by onboarding partners from the US so I can get funded. Same concept. So I haven't invented the wheel. The only thing I have done is to come up with a concept as an idea to show people that with that structure you will make money. And then I chose my business partner to be Brian Woods because I know as Arab, someone who's living in Dubai, the moment I will reach out to the American society, no one will believe me, no one will trust me. So the only way I can get the people trust and people awareness is by partnering with someone from the same society. That's where I start with Brian Woods. And my journey with Brian Woods is over 5 years. So it's not like one conference and we team up then, hey, let's start a business. No. We've been exchanging ideas for over 1 year till we reached a point where this is where
The juice has finished. Yes.
the Lambo, but 6 months later, they were begging me for a job.
Wow.
Why? Because here's something that happened with young entrepreneurs. The moment you start making money, it is the same night where you start spending it. So always practice to humble yourself and to work on your finances. Another great hero called Alex Hormonzi. He shared the story where he reached to a point that he started to make millions of dollars in his bank account, and he's still living in a 250 square feet studio. Why? Because he knew that he's not at the point where he needs to enjoy his profits. He needs more time. So he was working on his ability to control his spending power. And that is why you will see thousands of new businesses every year, every January, thousands of new businesses coming to the market, and only few who will make it to the end of the year. You want a true story? Let's look at the gym. It's time to get back to my favorite body. It's time to pay for my membership. The gyms make the best profit every January. The one is Okud. Here is Okud. It's called initial contract of sale, where the property is not fully paid off and it comes after the SPA. It's called Okud document. Here, the client purchased the property at 1.1 million dirham. He slept on the property. Mark appreciated in the development because it was a smart decision to make, and he made that much profit. Real client, real story, real profits. Meaning, does that every investor in the market has made the same profit? No, because it depends on so many factors that comes with the investment decision. Another story, which is a friend of mine, is now my dear friend. Next slide, please. Emre. I'll give you the best story in your real estate history that I guarantee you that will affect the way you will wake up tomorrow morning. When I was working for Azizi Developments, one day I was in the lift and I saw two blonde ladies from Estonia. And I talked to them and they were on university, how much it will cost you, and what you will get out of it. So there are so many things that we can achieve together if you just pay attention. And that's the whole summary of why we are here today. To share with you great stories and references that will allow us to help each other in a way that we can make things happen.